Hi, everybody. We're just back to the original Instagram format. um, Full disclosure, all of this Aquarian energy, all of it is in my seventh house, opposing all of my first house Leo natal positions. So my Sun and my Mercury, obviously my ascendant, I'm getting wiped out. So I figure, you know what? I've been sleeping so much. I haven't wanted to work on the website. I haven't really wanted to do anything. And then the fact that it was a retrograde, my God, I mean, can we just talk about getting more into hermit mode than I already was? But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Even if you look like a hot mess, let's just make it happen. So this is our weekly weekend read for the 15th through the 21st. What an exciting ride. We'll keep it short and simple. I mean, it's a big week. My friend Lisa Salvatore has a wonderful write-up on Saturn squaring Uranus tomorrow. If you're familiar with that at all, it's a bit of a doozy. Not the easiest transit, but if you go to her website, lisasalvatore.com, you can read more on that. It's absolutely brilliant. She does astrology in ways that I can't even begin to. So I figure why prattle on and repeat stuff that masters can say and do. So, we got that. And then Mercury retrograde ends on the 20th, but don't forget about that shadow period. And this one has been really great. Aquarius rules the 11th house of networking, friendships, all that kind of nonsense. And then obviously, any kind of long distance communication. Obviously that's the 9th house, but internet technology. So if you've been teleworking or you've been using anything to kind of take the edge off. I mean, good God, during that first shadow period, I could not get any of my electronics to work. It was a nightmare. So if you've been experiencing some of that, the good news is we're almost out of it. Deep breaths, you're going to be okay. But this week, because there are some heavier influences, it's all swords, which kind of surprised me. For the week, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Page of Swords, and we also have the Six of Swords. So this is a kind of a repeating pattern, a repeating theme of letting things go. I do think the wool has been pulled off a lot of people's eyes. If it hasn't, if you're clinging to things that still aren't right for you, I mean, hell, you're going to do what you're going to do. So I wish you the best of luck. But with that Saturn square Uranus, with retrograde ending, and retrogrades are always designed to hold us in place. So things that need to get dealt with that we maybe just kind of pushed off, they surface back up. And we actually have to deal with them accordingly. So it may be that the wool got pulled off of a lot of your eyes, my eyes certainly, on some things or some issues. It all came up and you're able to cope with it and see it for what it is. And that's really what that King of Swords, Page of Swords is. We're in our heads. I mean, it's so much Aquarian energy. How could we not be? We're in our heads. We're trying to figure out right and wrong. And then with that Six of Swords, we're trying to think about how to take those lessons with us and move forward, right? The six is all about, if you think about the other sixes in tarot, even the six in numerology, there is a certain celebratory air to it. And even though the Six of Swords is a little bit more dour, there's this sense of leaving things behind. And certainly in Western culture, we're taught that endings are dramatic and upsetting. And we aren't able to necessarily channel in that positivity that can come with it. The six is actually really nice because it's in the third position for a 3-card spread. It's facing the future. We're able to move towards greener grass and brighter sun. So this week, it really is just about taking super honest to God looks at what's falling apart around you. Structures that have to go are going. I mean, Aquarian, Uranian energy, it's all about death to the standards that have held us back. I mean, Saturn square Uranus. I mean, look at all these systems that have been problematic or have chained us down to things that don't even matter to us, or outdated traditions or outdated mindsets we have about ourselves, the people we love. I know I've gotten a couple client reads about relationships and ending them in the last 2 weeks. So, I mean, there is this sense of really taking a good hard look at what's better for us. Now, when we push into the weekend, we've got 2 cards for that. We've got the Five of Cups, spilled milk, but the King of Pentacles. So even though we are going to reach conclusions this week, and I mean we societally, universally, collectively, whatever buzzword you want to use today on this fabulously cold Tuesday, there is going to be a sense of, woe is me, what have I done, what have I lost? That 6 is looking directly at the 5. We're moving towards that energy of, what have I lost? But again, it's all about perspective, and you have to ask yourself, no, what have you gained? Yeah, losses are inevitable. Those things are going to happen. And we do have to cut some people out of our lives. We do have to cut some things right off at the head. I've been having conversations with that with one of my friends. Some things just have to be ghosted, blocked, done, goodbye. But what's really wonderful is we have this King of Pentacles energy that comes up too. So we have this action energy, this masculine energy, this can-do spirit, this understanding that whatever is happening is for our highest good. It may take some mental finagling to get there. I mean, we've got the King of Swords and we got to move to the Pentacles. So we got to move for Debbie Downer to, all right, let's just see where this goes, which, you know, I mean, it's any shift upwards is a shift upwards. But I do think that the name of the game this week, for lack of a better cliche, is moving on and moving up, if you can find the heart space and the head space to allow yourself to do that. The more honest you can be, the more that you can trust your intuition, because let's not, air signs are intuitive. Aquarius is fairly intuitive. We got good gut instincts going on for everybody. Everybody can smell a little bit of something in the water, and that's what you want to hold on to. So if you can channel that, trust your gut, move through that cycle of grief that 5 brings up, right? I love this Five of Cups the most, because you've got the 4 cups. I've never liked 2 cups. Like, you lost 3 big cane too. That doesn't really, that seems kind of like a wash. Here it's the 4, but then her tears are collecting into that 1 cup, which is very reminiscent of the Ace of Cups. So we're getting that symbolism of renewal. And then again with that King of Pentacles, I love a good King of Pentacles. I love its energy. I love its can do, can will, spirit, can do, will do. Oh, God, help me. You know, I'm a first house Mercury Leo, and it's retrograding Mercury in my 7th house Aquarius. It's just a hot mess. It's just a hot mess. But here if you need me. Thank you for watching this ramble. I am going to try my absolute damnedest to be more diligent about everything. I do want to give a plug. My friend Nancy over at Sage and Shadows, she is brilliant, and she sent me her book. And this is going to be backwards, but it says Ancestral Tarot. It is, I have been reading it, and I'm having a hoot and a holler. And I highly recommend that if you're new to tarot, or even if you're not new to tarot, even if you understand it, even if you're an intuitive reader, or if you're a textbook reader, this is really great. She's got this part about, is healing possible? And I think that's something that I've been dealing with in my own life. You know, when you see certain clients, or where you have people or friends or family in your life, right? I mean, hello, retrograde in Aquarius. Is healing possible? Can some people bounce back? And she handles it so deftly, and she really talks lovingly about how to work with other people, and when to sort of accept that white flag of surrender, and when to recognize that, no, there are some conditional yeses in there. I don't know. I think you can get it on Amazon. You can certainly get it on her website, which is, I think it's sageandshadow.com, but I could be wrong. I don't do my homework before I do these, but if you Google it, Nancy Hendrickson, she's brilliant. So Lisa Salvatore, Nancy Hendrickson, I got to update the website. I've got so many people I want to give shout outs to. I want to get back in the habit of it. So just stick with me. I am doing reads. If you need me, please send me an email, Becca at the Westward House, or feel free to send me an email at my old little lion readings at Gmail, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. I'm here to help, and we're here to get through this together. God willing, I can get out of all of these crazy transits going on. All of the Aquarian planets. It's too many. I'm wishing you a good week. I'm wishing you a warm week. I'm wishing you a week filled with love and positivity, no matter what happens, because you are absolutely 100% worth that. And if you haven't told yourself that lately, or somebody else hasn't, just run that back and watch it again, because I sincerely mean it. You're good people. We're all good people. The collective is we're raising our vibration. Shit's changing, you guys. It's changing, and it's changing for the better. It's going to be messy until we get there, but it's I'm good with it. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Happy week. You're going to do great.